But a lot of times the reason why people feel stuck is because, unfortunately, they don't know how to tap into their imagination. Where there is no freedom on the outside, there is freedom in the inside. You can look at people who are in prison and people who are incarcerated. These people are on 23-hour lockdown for the most part. These people have their whole lives confined and very heavily restricted. However, the ones who are the more wiser ones, they tap into the universe within themselves, and they go into a world inside of themselves and find personal power and freedom and reign supreme within themselves. And these people, they find ways to maximize their time and not allow the time to use them and exploit them and abuse them. And a lot of that has to do with you making a conscious decision that you are not going to allow life to rob you of this opportunity, because life is not a burden and a curse. You cannot allow that time to rob you of that opportunity. And that could be 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You have many people who have discovered some of their greatest gifts being locked down. According to the facts and the evidence shows that it's over. But when you have your mind made up that I am somebody and that my life truly matters, it does not matter how restricted you feel. It does not matter how much the evidence shows that all of the odds are stacked against you. You can go in there as a mathematician and rework those numbers and rework that math. And even though the hand looks like a losing hand, with God on your side, you can move those cards around, you can bend, you can twist, you can flip those cards upside down, and you can figure out a way to make this hand work for you. And that's how a lot of men and women who are in prison discover some of their greatest talents. Now these people were able to make clothes out of almost nothing. And, as a result, they come out of jail and they create a clothing line. I follow a guy right now, very successful clothing designer. He discovered his gift for fashion in prison. Have people who become chefs, right there in prison. They creatively press some stuff together and create, some hood cuisines. And even though it is survival food and it's not nutritional in value, however, it's very impressive in terms of the creativity. So these people gain a passion and an untapped gift, and they master that gift. And when they get out, they go to culinary school and they become some of the greatest chefs that you've ever seen. And all of this was discovered during restriction. They maximize the opportunity. If you find yourself in a situation where it does look like there's so much pressing against you, and this is way too big for the human mind to ever solve this problem, and the problem existed before you, and it's happening to you, and you don't know if it'll ever pass you and if the next generation will inherit it, you have to come to this agreement that no matter what it looks like, no matter if you yourself is in control of breaking whatever this is to create some type of breakthrough for it, you have the right to think otherwise. You can think contrary to what you are seeing with your human eyes.